says that she goes to a bread company.
Yeah.
Every week.
Joe, are you okay?
And I didn't ask her.
Do you need me to help? Do you need me to check you out?
And she knows somebody that knows you that works there, Debbie.
When you pulling your salsa out, Kel?
Oh, do you want me to pull it out?
Is this an adult or a teenager?
Amy, do you want me to take it out?
Are you trying to pick your nose?
He's filming.
Might have danced with you. Went to support group.
I'm fine.
Lost her husband. She's about 68. And
Amy's familiar with my quality videos.
I look forward to watching this.
There was a Debbie that was in one of the groups about 8 years ago. That's a Debbie that I know.
no, I think it's the other one. She said something about dancing with you.
Oh, well, she's been dancing a couple of times.
And she's the most excited of all.
She exaggerates a lot, so I don't.
I know, yeah.
But a boy. I know. I don't know if that Debbie.
And I don't know how you came up.
Yeah. Well, she must have mentioned dancing or something. Maybe I don't know.
I feel like I should do
I'll
something.
get her down.
Yeah, hopefully we won't, it'll
I feel like you should do something too.
I feel like I should do a cartwheel or something. But
Go ahead.
I'd fall over and kill myself. I'd be going to the emergency room.
Then it would be my best video.
Did you ever watch the Nolan family videos where Jamie was in charge of the camera?
I didn't.
Eventually, everything leads to a crotch shot.
Really?
True story.
Or he would end up going to the toilet and he would flush the toilet. Film.
Oh, so he takes after his mother, I guess, then.
Yeah. Yeah.
She moved away.
He likes it better.
Background stuff.
Yeah.
My sassy look. Bang. Neil, have you tried the best chips ever? Another hyperbole.
Is that what the bag?
French fries.
Is that the bag? says?
Every chip made is the best chip ever.
Mystic chips. You can only get them at Sam's.
Yeah. No, I don't eat those.
Yeah, I've got a
Aren't they the best ever?
Friday when I'm done. So, yeah, so.
Hey.
The children. Children. Full time or? Yes. Yeah. Whatever you do, don't go in the bathroom.
Here, you mean?
No, it's fine. Joey just said, you think the situation that my school bathroom's is bad? You don't want to go in there. Jamie gets so mad because the locks on the doors are really pretzels.
Okay, tell me that again.
I asked him why he wasted the soda last night. And he said,
Because every time I took a drink of it, I had to pee.
Oh, thank you very much.
Are you putting this on YouTube?
yeah.
Is that okay?
Okay.
It's going to be called Joey Nolan's Story. So all you got to do is just search that, okay?
People aren't going to believe that it's real because it was a 2-second story.
For the Cardinals, they
Yeah.
probably like subscribe to like every single player's Twitter account and like any. I bet you the president's dog has his own Facebook page.
You said no, you didn't do it?
You think the president's dog has his own page?
Did?
Is that possible?
Yes, because Alan Craig's dog has his own Facebook page.
Oh. I didn't know the president had a dog. What was that comment?
I told Teddy he should see if he can use your phone to play a game after you're done videoing.
Special game. Teddy, you're on YouTube. Yeah.
That other article about that they wrote about him, he did say that you mentioned you.
Really? I don't remember that one.
Oh, from years ago?
So what did he say?
He said it was like he was quoted as he referred to that I'm not going to do this for you. He's going to do a video.
About the story. I want to hear it.
Why don't you come here?
That's where he started. He started doing shows at Coriezo with Tommy Nolan.
Mom, project your theater voice. But she doesn't want
And that I encouraged him to pursue his theater degree at Webster University.
Well, just think when he gets an Academy Award, maybe he'll thank you.
But anyway, I mean, he's such a nice guy. You know, his sister got murdered.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name again?
Norbert Butts. And he's really nice. And he wouldn't change his name because he said that's his name and he's going to live with his name and he's proud of the family and he wasn't going to change his name to something more, more acceptable for Broadway.
Like, no.
Yeah, or Cary Grant or something like that.
Butts. Like a butt?
Only plural.
Oh, BTZ.
Multiple butts.
Dan.
Does it involve a lot of mountains?
Absolutely. Why else would you go to Colorado?
A lot of driving.
I've already been to the mountains going like this, in the car.
Well, Dan's thinking.
It's like being in a space capsule because you're laying down going up the side of the mountain.
Dan's thinking he'll go with us to wherever. Couldn't eat the hospital.
Tommy Nolan is suburbanized.
Jamie made the fatal mistake of
There's
calling
worse
him.
things you can be besides
You want
suburbanized.
me to bring you something?
You could just be bourbonized.
Sure, that sounds great. I said, what would you want? I really have a craving for a Braunschweiger sandwich. And I was like, seriously?
Totally
I said, yeah. So I'm calling all over town. Driving all over town, looking for a frickin' Braunschweiger sandwich. Finally called Mom's, and they're like, yeah, and I said, do you have Braunschweiger? And they said, yeah.
We don't sell a lot of it.
That's from
All right.
1960.
So I pick it up, bring it to him in the hospital. He takes one bite of it, and then that was it. No, then didn't eat it.
Well, did you eat it then, Jane?
No.
What happened to it?
I love it.
I left it there for him.
This is bigger than I thought. I
I was
thought it was going to
saying
be
that I think we both
It's
had
still in the back of your
recipes for
refrigerator,
Braunschweiger
Tom.
Fall that you could have as a spread, and they had like cream cheese or something on the top. That was great.
Along with my high school graduation cake.
Is it still in the refrigerator?
So.
In the freezer, probably.
In the
right?
freezer.
I think we ought to thaw it out and eat it.
Which is what Danny said a couple of years ago.
I mean, it's certainly an easy way to see other cities outside the country and cultures. I mean, Grant, I think after a while.
The next one either. No, you can't.
Now, is that Charlie way up there? Is he supposed to be way? Oh, as long as he's with Joey?
So what's new in
Oh,
your
is
life?
Linda okay?
Anything? I'm coming.
Bye, Dan.
I don't see you at IHOP anymore.
You're right.
I don't see you at IHOP anymore. That was a long time ago. Yeah. Well, listen, I hope you feel better. Bye-bye. Someday our babies will meet.
Yeah, I hope.
I wish you would have been here.
Oh, yeah, I would have loved to have seen her. Well, I see the pictures on Facebook, and she looks so much like Patrick.
She does. I mean, she wants to get down and
Oh, yeah.
go. But she's just the nap time. Me and her have a little problem.
Oh, yeah. I do too.
He's running next to See you later. Bye, Marianne.
Plays it, right? It's the most wonderful chip in the world. You force them on everybody.
It's the best.
I had my hopes up so high.
I mean, they're good.
the rest of the
I
day
thought they were
is
going to be
just gonna
like
be down.
the best chip I ever had.
Which is real unusual. They're just real unusual. They're not like a regular potato
You didn't
chip.
say that though. You're like, this is the and then she tells you how you have to eat it. You have to suck on it.
Oh, I guess I just didn't know it because I just.
And what's amazing is she counsels others.
Not about food.
On chip sucking? Is that what you do?
No. Hopefully you don't get a lot of eating disorder people. She's forcing the food on them and telling them how to eat it.
Have another cookie. Come on. So I can't believe that you were never scared of Marie.
I never. She was very nice to me all the time. I have to say that. I know. In my blood.
It's just, yeah, it was just the people that were directly related to Ed.
Yeah.
No, it was
2009, and it just the transmission.
about 2.5 years.
Little boy when it happened.
It was February 2009.
February 2009. It was actually January, but anyway, Saturn for 2 years in 2003 and 2004 made a special transmission that you could only use their parts and their tools, and you can't fix the transmission except with them. So one day I was coming back from somewhere, and all of a sudden, like, I had no power. You know, I'd be pressing all the way down. The gas pedal was all the way down. I was going like 30 miles an hour. So anyway, I pull into the gas station. The guy says, "I think it's your transmission." So anyway, it was. Okay, we know.
If she just did the highlights, it would be long enough, and she hasn't even hit a highlight yet.
I think the sun's going down. I'm going to cut to the chaser.
So anyway, they said they would put in a rebuilt transmission for $6,000. I had 135,000 miles on the car. I wasn't going to spend $6,000 on a transmission. So I said,
Why don't you start from the time you replaced the car and it was in your driveway?
So they towed it back to my house, and then I didn't know what to do about it, so I got a different car. But I didn't know where to go with the Saturn, so the Saturn's just been on the driveway ever since. So anyway, but this guy...
This is the point the story should have started.
That's what I was trying to say before.
So anyway,
Okay.
this guy came and did my kitchen floor this summer. And so anyway, one day he says, "What's the deal with that car out there in the driveway?" And I said, "Well, it doesn't work." But I said, "You know, the transmission's out." And he said, "So it doesn't drive." And I said, "Well, it hasn't been driven, so I don't know that it could be driven or not, but it hasn't." So anyway.
Duh.
Then what did he say in response to that?
Oh.
He said, huh?
So anyway, so he leaves and he says, he said, "Well, okay, thanks for the information." He said, "If I'm interested, I'll call you back." Well, he didn't call me back. So it's like a month later, all of a sudden the phone rings and it's this guy, and he says, "I was thinking about your car."
I was thinking about your car.
Not you, but the car. So I was thinking about your car, and he said, "Now, did you just want to give it away?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to give it away if I give it to the Kidney Foundation or something." I said, "Otherwise, I'd like to sell it." And he said, "Well, I couldn't give you more than a couple $100 for it." And I said, "Well," "we can talk about that." So anyway, then he gets off the phone and he's going to call me back about that. In the meantime, I'm thinking that I had asked him what it would cost for him to paint Mikey's room. And he had told me when he was doing the kitchen floor it would cost $250 to paint his room. So then I thought, this is like a brilliant idea on my part. I called him back. I left a message. I said, "Hey, Drew," I said, "what about this? What if you paint my son's room and I give you the car?"
Well, I think he got a
better
deal.
Then he doesn't run. But he probably knows how to fix it. He doesn't, unless he's got Saturn tools and a Saturn transmission. Now, he can sell it for parts, because that's what Danny's been saying to me for 2 years.
In the
Sell it for
meantime,
parts. How do I know how to sell it for parts?
he went to change title on it, and he couldn't do it.
Because I gotta get.
Well, first she signed the title in the wrong place, so he brought it back,
I gotta
and you.
sign it in an additional place.
Okay.
But anyway, I've got to get a lien waiver from GMAC that it's actually been paid for. So I said
that could be a trick.
I said something to him on the phone. I said, "Well, do you know, like, how do I go about that?" And he said, "Well, I guess you call GMAC." Okay.
I told you that when you said, "How do I do
So
that?"
I thought maybe he knew, since he.
So you're still dealing with that.
So I got to try to call GMAC.
So has he painted Mikey's room yet? Oh, well then, so at least, that part is taken care of.
He's got the paint job.
But he didn't do such a good job. So it's not